Hi everyone, it's Chrissy and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 apartment renovation. So today we're actually going to be renovating another apartment in the fashion district of San Myshuno, and this one is actually one of the ZenView apartments. I think it's 701 ZenView if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, so this one is actually a two-story apartment, so I ended up turning it into a family apartment for a family of 5 Sims. And yes, this is another build for my save file. I actually already furnished this apartment previously, but like the previous one that I did last week, I actually did this apartment, or I guess I should say the original apartment. I actually did it way back, I think it was like 2017. Or something like that, so way before I had my YouTube channel or anything like that. So I really wanted to go back in and kind of just redo it and kind of make it a little bit more, I don't know, I guess updated and a little bit more of my like current building style and everything like that. And also because obviously we have gotten a bunch of different packs and stuff from, since 2017, 2018 when I started my channel. There's just a lot of new stuff in the game that definitely fit this family a lot better than the original one did. So yeah, we're building a kind of like classy family apartment, as you could probably tell from the title and everything. And if you actually paid attention to the thumbnail, you would have seen that it's a very black and white, very modern apartment. So yeah, this is, like I said, a family apartment, so there are a couple of kids' rooms and everything like that, but the overall color scheme for the apartment and the color scheme for all of the kind of like communal spaces, or like, yeah, basically like communal family spaces, is all very like black, white, gray. There is a couple of pops of red throughout the whole apartment because that's just the parents' style. But everything is very modern, very neutral, very like, doesn't really look all that kid friendly. But yeah, they do have 3 children actually, as you could tell from the little picture that I will put up on the screen of the family. But this family is actually the Underwood family, and I also created them way back in 2018. When I did the original apartment, but I have gone through and I've updated them and I've, changed up a couple of their outfits and everything like that, just to, like I said, update them a little bit more and, add some stuff that we've gotten in free updates and packs and all of that stuff. But yeah, so it's the Underwood family, and they actually have a teenager, a child, and a toddler. So we have the dad, Lucas, who's actually an adult, but he's, I think, like 3 days or so into being an adult, so he's not like super old. He's like, yeah, he's older basically than the mom, at least. But basically we have Lucas, who actually remarried about, in my head, I'm gonna say like 10 years ago or something like that, when he lost his first wife. So with his first wife, he actually had his son, Reed, who's obviously the teenager. And then 10 years ago, he actually remarried, and he got married to Cora, who's obviously, the mom in this picture. And he got married to her. She's a couple of years younger than Lucas. I believe she's like 18. I think she's like 18 days into like being a young adult. So she has like, I think 6 days left until she ages up into an adult. So she is a couple of, I guess, days or like years younger than Lucas. But she, got married to him about 10 years ago. And then they had their 2 girls together. So they had Layla, who's the child. And then they have Haley, who's obviously the toddler. And they're fairly close in age, the 2 girls. I believe Layla is like 2 days into being a child. And Haley is, I think, 3 days into being a toddler. So they're only like, what, 6 days or so? Yeah, I think they're like 6 days apart in like sim age. So they're fairly close in age. But yeah, so they have their 2 girls together. And then obviously, they still have Reed, who's, obviously the child that Lucas had with his first wife. Now, this family is a little bit dysfunctional, if I'm being completely honest. I like adding in drama and maybe like unnecessary conflict, but I kind of like adding stuff like that to my save file, to my Sims' stories and stuff, because personally I find that it makes it a little bit more interesting and also kind of more realistic, because obviously there's no such thing as a perfect family, and you know, every family has their own ups and downs and stuff like that. So I kind of like making that a thing in my Sims game too. But basically, Reed really hasn't gotten on board with the whole idea of having a stepmom. So I think when he lost his mom, he was probably like a child or something. Maybe he just turned into a child or whatever. Or I don't know, maybe he was still a toddler. But in my head, he does still remember her. And he doesn't really like the idea of having a stepmom. He's not on board with the whole idea. He kind of resents it. And he like really doesn't get along with Cora like at all. I think I have the relationship set up in my save file as actually disliking each other. So yeah, he really doesn't like her. And he also kind of resents his sisters as well, because yeah, he doesn't really like the idea of having siblings. He doesn't like the idea of having these other people in his family. And, you know, they are his half-sisters. They're not his stepsisters or anything like that. But he doesn't like the idea of having siblings. And he doesn't like his stepmom. And also, I think he kind of resents the fact that they're a little bit younger as well. Obviously, they're younger than he is. And his dad, Lucas, is actually a workaholic. He has the workaholic lifestyle. And I think he was like that even when Reed was a child and everything like that. I think Reed was mostly raised by his mom until she passed. But yeah, so basically Lucas kind of like neglected him a little bit. They didn't really spend a lot of time together when Reed was growing up and all of that stuff. So he's kind of annoyed at his dad for that. But also because now that he has, you know, the two younger siblings, his dad, Lucas, tries to be home a little bit more. He tries to spend time with his daughters a little bit more than he did when Reed was a child. He's still a workaholic. He's still at work most of the time. And when he's not at work, he's like on work calls and all of that stuff. But he tries a little bit more than he did when Reed was a child. So he's, I guess, a little bit resentful of that fact. And that kind of makes him like kind of annoyed that his dad is, you know, spending more time with his siblings than he did with him when he was a child. So yeah, he really doesn't like anyone actually in his family. He's he's a little troublemaker and a handful, and he doesn't like most of his family. But because Lucas is at work so much, Cora is actually a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't really need to work. They don't need the money. Lucas is actually like, I think level 8 or something like that in the business career, so they're very well off. But Cora is actually a stay-at-home mom, and she really has her hands full with, you know, the kids and trying to keep the peace and, you know, everything like that, you know, taking care of the younger children and then trying to, I guess, keep the peace with Reed as much as possible. And yeah, it's a lot. Reed is actually also part of the Rebels club in my save file. He's actually the leader of the club. And yeah, he's definitely a troublemaker. He has, I think, like level 8 in the mischief skill as well. So he is definitely a troublemaker. He is also really into fitness and really into gaming as well. So I actually have him in the part-time streamer career that came with, I think, high school years. So yeah, he streams part-time, so he has like a gaming setup in his bedroom and everything like that. And yeah, so that's Reed. And then we obviously have the two younger siblings. We have Layla and Haley. And I've told you a little bit about them already. They're very close in age. They actually share a bedroom in this apartment. So because they're so close in age, I figured they would be okay with sharing a bedroom. And Layla is actually very social. She has the whiz kid aspiration, but she has the, I think, outgoing trait. So she's very outgoing. She's actually in the drama after school club, and she's in a like actual club that I created. That's kind of like a drama club. So she spends most of her time like outside of the apartment anyway, with, you know, like her friends at drama club meetings, you know, stuff like that. So she's not home all that much. She's very busy with like school and extracurricular stuff and everything like that. And then obviously we have Hailey, who's a toddler. So yeah, I don't know. I never know what to say about toddlers because they're toddlers and they don't really have all that much personality to them. There's, you know, you can't really give a toddler a lot of personality because they don't really have a personality all that much. If I'm being honest, in the game anyway. I know in real life it's definitely different, but in the game they don't really have much personality or anything like that. But yeah, so those are the 3 kids. Now, we're currently working on Reed's bedroom, and his bedroom is definitely the darkest room out of the house. Like, out of all of the rooms in the house, he has a very dark bedroom. I actually really love the way it turned out. It's very messy and very teenager-ish, and I love the way it turned out. It's like the total opposite of his sister's bedroom. Their bedroom is very bright, very pink, very colorful, and his room is just like all black basically. But you will notice that at the beginning of the video, I actually ended up putting in an extra window in his bedroom. So originally this apartment doesn't have a window where the window is in his bedroom. There's no window like at all. And when I did the original build that I did, you know, like years ago, I just kept it that way. And I had actually Reed's bedroom and the toddler room. Neither of them had windows like at all. And when I was going back the other day and looking at some of my older builds, that actually really annoyed me, was, you know, the fact that these 2 bedrooms had no windows in them. So back then I didn't have access to the tool mod, but now that I do, you will have actually seen me add an extra window in the apartment and add a window in this room. And I did that with the tool mod. So, you know, when you download the build from the gallery, it is up on the gallery, but when you download the build, the window won't transfer over. So that's a really annoying thing. But, you know, that's something that's easily fixable if you have the tool mod. If you're playing on like PC or Mac and you can download it, then it's something really easy to add. I could always do a tutorial about something like this, about, you know, changing the windows and doors in apartments, you know, the exterior ones. If that's something that you guys would like to see me do, then definitely let me know and I'll do it. It's super easy and really easy to get a hang of if you're new to the tool mod as well. But yeah, let me know if you want me to do that. But I did do that for this bedroom because otherwise it just annoyed me to no end. So I did that. And then also you will have noticed just then when I changed the light color in Reed's room, I actually did it in build mode. So that's something that I've been doing forever. It's part of the 𝘵𝘠𝘕𝘌𝘌𝘋 mod by Twisted Mixie as well. But you will have noticed the little color wheel thing, the color wheel picker for choosing the light colors. That's actually a new feature in the 𝘵𝘠𝘕𝘌𝘌𝘋 mod by Twisted Mixie. I'll leave Twisted Mixie's website linked below because I use the 𝘵𝘠𝘕𝘌𝘌𝘋 mod and the tool mod in literally every single build that I do. I can't remember the last time I built without them, and honestly at this point I can barely build without them as it is. So I need those 2 mods. But yeah, that light picker, like basically the color wheel for the lights, for picking light colors, that's a new part of the mod and it's so cool. Those light colors, basically that means that you can pick any color that you want with that menu, and you can change like how dark or how bright it is and everything like that. It's so cool. It's such an amazing feature. And the colors that you end up picking actually like transfer over to the gallery. So since I use them for this apartment, you guys, when you download the build, will actually get the exact light colors that I picked with the mod, even if you don't have the mod. So you don't need the tool mod or, the Better Build By mod to download any of my builds, even though I use them for building, which is really, really cool. But if you guys have access to mods, if you can play with them, I would highly recommend both of those mods if you're a builder. Like, they're absolutely game changing. And I say that as someone who spends like 80% of her time in build mode. Like, I physically cannot imagine building without both of those. But yeah, so we've actually moved on to the kids room, the kid and toddler room. There's not much I can tell you about it, honestly. It's a kid's room. But yeah, that's going to be the last bedroom, and then we're just going to do the balcony, and then we'll be done. But like I said, the build is up on the gallery. It's up on the gallery as 4 separate rooms. So we have the downstairs uploaded as a room. We have the upstairs with the landing, the bedrooms, bathrooms, all of that stuff uploaded as another room. Then we have the stairwell uploaded as a separate room. And then we have the balcony uploaded as a separate room as well. So you'll need to download all 4 of those and kind of put them together. Kind of like a puzzle when you download this if you want to play with this build. But unfortunately, it's really annoying, but I can't do anything about that. It's just the way the game works, because we don't have a better way of uploading apartments to the gallery, which is really annoying at this point. But yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. But yeah, I will have all of the download links, information, my gallery ID, everything like that in the description. I'll have like the apartment price. It's like 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. So the main bedroom has an ensuite, and then the 2 kids' rooms actually share a bathroom. So it has like a Jack and Jill bathroom. And then downstairs off of the kitchen, there's a really tiny half bath with like a toilet and a sink in it. Now, I did cut out all of the bathrooms from the footage, but they're all in the screenshots. So yeah, just stick around until the end for that. But yeah, so today, when you guys are seeing this, is actually the 10th. So we're going to be getting those 2 new kits. We're getting the Everyday Clutter and the, I believe it's like Pastel Pop kit. So I'm definitely going to be doing like probably an apartment again with both of those, because I'm really excited to get my hands on them and to try them out, because yeah, they have a lot of really cool stuff in them from what I've seen, and stuff that I'm like really excited to like start building with and stuff. So I'll probably do an apartment with them, if I'm being honest. I'll probably do an apartment, or maybe like a tiny home or something. I'll have to see. I'm not really into building all that much recently. I'm more into furnishing. So yeah, you guys will also probably see a couple more apartments on the channel in the next couple of weeks, opposed to, actual like house builds or like bigger builds, just because I have a few apartments for my save file that I really want to like redo and get done as soon as possible. So for the next couple of weeks, we might be looking at a couple of apartment speed builds on the channel, as opposed to, like I said, bigger builds, because all of the builds, like actual big builds that I want to do, they're big. They're like actual like big houses that would take me days and days to finish. So I kind of like want to work on them like in my own time, if that makes sense. I kind of want to take my time with them and not rush it. So if I start working on them and I get a little bit bored or burnt out with maybe like half of the exterior, then I want to leave them for a bit and maybe work on something else. So yeah, you guys will probably see a couple more apartments on the channel within the next couple of weeks, just because yeah, we're getting ready to go into the holiday season. And for me personally, like November, December, even January are always very hard times of the year for various different reasons, but they're always my most stressful. So yeah, working on big things at the moment is just a little bit too much for me. And I'm still trying to get my first version of my save file out as well. So there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff for my save that I still need to get done before I can release it. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Sims content, and turn on notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video, since I don't have like a set schedule or anything like that. But I hope you're all having a great day and a great week, and I'll talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what